By the way, I think physical media, when people say it's dying, I think it's the opposite.
Yeah.
I think we're on the verge of people wanting it more.
Let's go. Physical.
It's kind of physical, right? The E.
No,
E
it's
code
physical.
and all that.
First party is physical.
It's physical.
You're a big Switch fan. What do you think about the Switch 1.0 that's apparently a new console?
I like it.
But do you consider in your brain a new console, or are you like, it's more of an upgrade?
I'd say more of an upgrade. A little disappointed that the screen is a downgrade. But beyond that, man, the biggest thing, like, I'm thrilled that it's backwards compatible. I'm thrilled that it plays physical games. Like, I'm mostly breathing a sigh of relief. And also, I really like the Switch. So the fact that it's kind of an upgrade in every way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right.
There
it's the same like little Cheez-Its, right?
Yeah, some cartridges have this like key code thing. I don't fully understand it myself, but if you have a game that is a key card, you still have to download it from the internet.
Yeah.
So,
but to me, it's still I understand that, but it's still physically in your console.
Yeah,
you have to buy
when
the
those
physical.
servers go, there goes the game.
So
really, so it is server dependent. Like they could turn it off.
It's legitimately a key code.
Even
you
my
have to
son-
download the game after
You go
that.
first.
Okay.
No, you go first.
My son was playing the regular Switch the other night, and there's this game called Nine Parchments that we've played the heck out of. It's like a fun little game, but we've always had the game like it was like downloaded years ago, so we could play it. But when he went to play it this time, and we've had it for years, it was like you have to re-download it, and he's like, okay, I don't know why. It made him like reinstall something, and then it made him like push a button, and it showed an animation of like a digital cartridge going into the game. And then it like did like a fake little load screen win, and my son's like, "What is happening?" Like, and he was wondering, he's like, "Are they going to make like games in the future like you're putting a Switch card in, but really it's just showing an animation of it going on the screen?" So I don't know if that's like what they're doing, but
so I think that part is because you could share some of your digital games, and I think it logically like you're taking that digital game out of your console and like lending it to the other guy. It's something to do with that, I think.
I didn't realize, though, that what you're saying, Ben, like you think at some point they could shut the servers down. Like,
sure.
And that would be so it's server based with those?
I mean, the downloads come from somewhere. They come from servers.
Yeah, but also, I mean, if you even... So Nintendo has updated their disclosure and agreements, and literally they can brick your console if you even try to touch or modify it, and it'll
So there's a lot
of control
about that. So if you go back to the T's and C's all the way to Nintendo's first online console ever, which was the Wii, they said that back then. So when they said it about the Switch 2, everybody was in an uproar. So was I. I was ready to like boycott the Switch 2. But then I found out Nintendo has been saying that the whole time.
And then you immediately went out and bought one.
I think it's
and
more...
and immediately modded it.
But honestly, I think it's more accessible by Nintendo to be able to shut it down, being that it is going to be online-based.
Nintendo is going hard on this piracy thing.
Did you get one, Caleb?
No, I don't have one.
I'd be interested.
I didn't even try to get one. I was like, I think they'll be in stock in stores. It'll probably be fine. I don't want to stress about it.
I think some areas have them, and then other people are saying they can't get them.
Well, really?
So, Ben, you picked one up the first night that it came out, right?
Yeah.
And then you had it at SoCal Gaming Expo.
Yeah, I brought it.
You had it for folks to try.
Yeah.
What was your experience with that? What did you see them?
Man, I am so glad I did that. So, we had like 30 to 40 consoles out on all the tables for people to enjoy. But I had my Switch 2 out like at the checkout booth where me and Matt were sitting. And I'm so glad I did that because, man, there must have been like, I don't know, 100 to 150 different people that came just to check out the Switch 2.
And they were having a lot of fun with it?
Oh, my God. To see these kids, like, lock in to play Super Mario Kart World.
That's cool.
It was so cool.
What's the game called? Super Mario?
Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Mario Kart.
Just
Mario Kart World.
Just Mario Kart
They got rid
World.
of the Super. He's no longer Super.
Sorry.
Yeah. But also, what was the experience of like waiting outside of a Best Buy line?
Oh man, so that was actually really cool. I never did that back in the day on the other consoles, but it was myself, Matt. He was one of the volunteers, and then CJ. She's another content creator.
Yeah.
From
She's cool. She's great.
East Coast. She's awesome. So it was just kind of like we were sitting around having lunch that day, and we were like, hey, maybe we can go and try and get a Switch tonight. And I was like, okay, sure, let's go for it. And so we went into a Best Buy that was like furthest north, because my logic was like, let's go to the one like away from LA.
Yeah.
You know? And so
Especially right now.
we were like 200 people deep, like in this line to get, a potential Switch. And we were like, oh, no way we're going to get this thing. But, we just waited. And then Best Buy was super organized. They just had like employees walk out and walk the line with like a checkboard almost. And if they made their way with the checkboard to you, and you got it.
Great.
And they like took down your first
Did you guys
name.
get one?
Oh, yeah. Me and Matt got one. CJ was just there for the fun of it.
Where did they cut the line off? How many do you think they had?
Honestly, I don't even know, because behind us, the line was only like 250 deep. And I'm pretty
Everybody
sure.
got one?
Yeah, and then so check this out. So when we were waiting in line and we were almost in there was like this giant like truck delivery that all of a sudden came. And we were like, oh, that's the second round of Switch 2s.
Second round.
And so when we went in there to actually pay, we heard one of the employees say, oh, yeah, the second truck is over here. So it was legit like a brand new batch of like Switch 2s.
I commend Nintendo for meeting that demand.
Sure.
I mean, there's risk involved in that, right? Like, you don't know that 300 people are going to line up. It's kind of like selling tickets, right? Like, you don't know how many people are going to show up.
Be like, why didn't you order more merch or more of this? It's like, we don't want to print 7,000 of them and then 400 sell.
Yeah, exactly. Like, of course, the pre-orders are easy to match, but them to estimate, okay, we think at each Best Buy there's going to be 250 people waiting in line, and to kind of like nail that and have that, and to not overproduce. You don't want to make too many, right? You don't want to have it over, and then they know what's happened when they underproduce and the scalpers come in. So it's almost like they kind of like nailed it.
I think the scalpers got waxed a little bit too, which was nice to see.
Like, did you guys see any resold at SoCal? I heard 650 on one.
Yeah, there was a couple. I mean, it was funny. It was like people were already putting on their story, you can get this one at SoCal.
Yeah, that night. They were doing it that night.
I heard one sold for 650, so that's $200.
Shout out to Mega Games. He sold me one for exactly what he paid, $20 under. I was like, why? Like, thank you so much. You don't have to do this.
You really did get waxed.
No, you guys are helping us out and this. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude. So
That's crazy.
I was selling at Chris's booth, just like a few of my plush and all that. And I thought it was,
Did you pay him to sell at his booth?
I will. I'll pay
I told
his
him to
employee.
tip my
invoice
guys.
them.
I'm gonna play.
I was like, did you tip the guys for selling all your stuff? He's like, oh yeah, probably should do that, huh?
No, I hadn't got the money yet.
Oh, you didn't get the money. All right, you didn't get the money.
Yeah. But anyway, I saw Cora, like Ricky's daughter, walking around with one of the plush, and I was like, "Did you buy that?" And then she goes, "Yeah, I paid $30." And I was like, "You got waxed, Cora." And then I went over to the table and got her another plush. And I was like, "Here you go. Here's this one for free."
And then
I felt so bad that
Tony
she paid.
gave one to Selah. Oh no, to Parker, like a old Curious.
They were
George
just
or
getting
something.
so much free stuff. Thanks to all the vendors. It was so funny to watch all your guys' kids like getting free stuff, just putting it under the table.
Yeah,
in
the real
registration.
winners of the expo are the kids. They walk around and everyone's like, "Oh, here you go, have this, have this."
Wait, you're Ricky's kids?
Tell your
Wait,
dad
you're
to give us a
Riff's
good
kids?
booth next year. You know.
I'm excited for Ricky to be here and talk to you guys about that, because me and him had a conversation while we were tearing the skate ramp down today.
Yeah.
About him with his kids in the expo and his feelings on it. Definitely ask him about that.
I actually got some good video of Ricky that I haven't even showed to me. I'll probably send it to him like on Father's Day coming up. I got footage he didn't realize when his family came and his little ones who have never been like, it was literally, I had the camera rolling. You could see the SoCal banner. Ricky was out in front and you see his kids like, "Daddy," and like running up to give him a hug. And I was like, I didn't tell me and I got it yet. I was like,
Were they not there last year? They didn't
they didn't
come?
get to go last year. They're the little ones.
The little ones.
The little ones. But this year they could go because Ricky's dad was able to watch him and he's like, I'll take him
that's
down.
huge.
So
That's
they got to
awesome.
go. And they love video games. They're kiddos, so it's
Yeah.
even more fun for them.
I was so bummed that I wasn't able to take like any photos or videos. I just forgot. Like, I don't know. I wanted to, and I was
Took
like, all
like
of our
two
friends.
pictures
I took two
and like one video the whole weekend.
Guess
I got
what?
a few.
Did you? Good. I hope so. I
Got a couple clips.
I took 478 videos.
Did you really?
Whoa.
Well, that was what I needed to do.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was my big goal this year.
Dude, when are you going to have time to edit those?
Literally, I'll have them done by tomorrow.
I'll have them done tomorrow night. I'm pulling a 19-hour day tomorrow.
But honestly, I'd say that like what made it so special was everybody that came out, all the guests, all
Volunteers.
volunteers for sure, and
Volunteers,
vendors that
amazing.
showed out, and just family. Like I always say that like everybody just becomes family when they come to SoCal,
Immediately.
and they're just treated like that.
I feel like that's the luckiest thing we have within our show and like what we do on YouTube, like us, and like we're so lucky that like we get to go to like conventions because it's like we buy video games, we collect video games, we sell video games. So it's like we get to actually see our comments. Like there they are, you know, walking around those people, like the community. It's like such a lucky thing.
It was fun. We got to meet a lot of Encore people. Not Encore, Whatnot. I keep saying Encore. I'll give
They
a
all
shout
say
out to
their
Encore.
usernames. It's the best
Whatnot
thing.
people. Whatnot people. We got to see like Whatnot people in
And that's
real
how they
life,
introduce
which is
themselves.
awesome. And
They're like, "My name's
introduced
Bill." I'm like-
ourselves as like we met Blaze Tobin and Retro Relic.
Yeah,
Who,
yeah.
They are always in
Brian and
my
Mike.
Whatnots buying stuff, and then they were introduced. Hey, I'm Blaze Tobin. I'm like. Yes, I get that. You're not just a name in like the chat
And
going
then-
on in there. That was
That's great.
awesome.
And then we
I've
called.
never done that.
We called
before.
in some favors. We had Daniel. We had Lopez.
Yeah.
Yep.
They showed out and volunteered.
Working
for us.
hard.
All
too.
of them. Everybody
Yes.
who was up there. I would walk by every time, like I would just be like, "Are you good? Are you good? Thank you so much. Thank you."
Yeah.
It's so helpful just to even have a physical body somewhere.
Like Daniel and Twisted had the door
Yep,
for
Daniel
a
and Twisted.
long time, and they were rocking it up there. They did an amazing
Two
job.
bodyguards up there.
Yeah,
you know?
it was awesome to watch. Them
And we had the
interact
staff
with people.
security walking around for us. The
great.
big bodies, we call them.
Then our console free play worked out. Well, we spent
Yeah.
a lot of time on that.
Yeah, we
Ben and
sure
I
did.
worked on like this check-in,
Ben sure
checkout
did.
system.
Yeah, he did a
good
no
job.
way,
Ben
dude.
did months.
2 days before the expo, I was online uploading 250 pictures from Cover Project to create like
great
the
website.
game
Yeah,
list.
because we wanted more than
on-
just a list.
We
wanted,
created
like,
QR
pictures.
codes so you could go online and like scan the QR code. Like last year, we had one game at each like console free play. So that was the game you got to play on Dreamcast. So we added 20 to each library times, I don't know, whatever, 20.
Which people really
15
enjoyed,
consoles,
too,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So they could check in, check out. It was super cool.
Yeah, for sure. It was really cool seeing the kids like go play a game and then they would get bored of that one. And then they were legitimately running up to the checkout counter.
Yeah.
I want to play Double Dragon now. And
Man,
then
you know
getting that,
what?
Okay, go for
They
it.
don't even realize that's what Blockbuster was. Like
Yeah.
that's the Netflix physical. Like, oh, let
For
me
sure.
go scroll for the next one. You
Yeah.
know, and then
Yeah.
pick and physically go take it. So that's
But I
cool.
feel like that's like a true testament of why you guys and all of us put it up. Like why we put all of our effort into it.
Oh,
For
yeah.
those experience for other people.
We could have shortcutted and just emulated everything.
Dude,
see
we could have. I
people.
mean, it would have
It
been
would
the
have been
same.
the easy route, but I said, no way, dude. We're going the hard route. That took so long to build that out. I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of work.
I was just saying it only because like I didn't want to put in the effort to do
I know
all
you
that.
didn't, but Ben and I did. Don't worry.
Because I already knew. I already
sure.
knew it wasn't going to be my effort. That
I
wanted to
didn't.
go into it, but
I admit.